Hello, I'm Cat Navarro Lee with IdeateTV, and I'm here at opening night at East West Players, and we are watching Vietgone. Well, I just watched Vietgone; it was amazing, and I am here with our wonderful director, Jennifer Chang. Jennifer, how did you feel watching this opening night?
Well, I was sitting there like this, just waiting for us to get through. I knew all of these like critical moments they're just, as if you saw the show, that there are these difficult passes, I would call them, and sections, whether it's the raps, whether it's some choreography, etc. So every time that they hit a marker, I'd just be relieved. No, but I was also just really excited for them because everyone here has worked so hard. My entire design team, the cast, they have gone, every single person in the show, involved in the show, on stage and off, has really fully committed to the storytelling and has gone over and beyond.
Yeah, and one of the things that I could hear the audience saying too, and I really felt was like the chemistry between everybody, that you could tell was really a collaborative process. And how was that as a director, just finding that right batch of actors that all kind of
yeah. Well, I knew that I wanted to start, as far as casting was, and build the show around the character of Quang. So when I found Paul, I started building all the other casting around him, who seemed like they had good chemistry with him, and then building out from there. So I think I ended up with a really great group of people. They have great chemistry on stage, and from day one, we did stage combat training, and I really talked about how this is a really difficult play that had so many moving parts, and they were going to have to take care of each other from from the very first read through on, and especially like now that the show is open, I'm not going to be here anymore, so it's really their show. I'll visit from time to time, but there aren't any more rehearsals, so it's all theirs.
baby, and you're like, fly, baby.
Yeah, birth the baby. I let it go.
What first attracted you to this story? Like, had you ever directed this play before?
I've actually directed She Kills Monsters, also by Kui. And I love that play. I love his style. It's very fast. It's very raucous, in your face. It moves through the transitions between scenes are very cinematic. So I kind of had a familiarity with the style, but I'd also seen Vietgone down at South Coast Rep, and I had loved it. I saw it at Oregon Shakespeare Festival, and I loved it. And when Snehal asked me to do it, he said, "Jen, I want you to direct Vietgone. I want you to have a fresh take on it." And I thought, have a fresh take on Vietgone? What are you talking about? But I really looked at the very last scene of the play and started from there and worked my way backwards as far as putting together, like, well, what's the vision? Start from Quang's storytelling, and what the character of Quang envisions for himself, then through the lens of his son, hearing the storytelling and then telling us the story, how, that telephone game, that's really where we started, and then worked from the end of the play.
Having this be a story about like family and culture, do you feel like it kind of stirred up some stuff for you as far as your own culture?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think the immigrant story and how people arrive at America, everybody assumes that everyone's here to just better their life. I think of course, that's part of it, but it's complicated. You had a whole life before coming to America. You have your whole identity. You may not have wanted to come to America, but had no choice or had to go for whatever reason. And how do you make a whole new life? I mean, I find that I am terrified just moving to a different city. What about moving to a whole other country? You don't know the language. And I think it's such a relevant story for right now, as far as, who gets to be an American, and what does it mean to be American, and therefore what does it mean to be America, as far as what are we saying, who are we as a country. So I think that conversation, at least making your audience think, is really important.
Definitely. I feel like the play definitely had important things to say, but you were able to balance it so gracefully with the humor and just so many different layers.
Well, I mean, for me it all starts with the script, and Kui has written a pretty amazing play.
So funny.
Yeah, incredibly funny. And so just making sure. I always thought, I was like, okay, I'm just trying not to break the play, but you also have to fully commit to these big ideas because it's a big play, so you have to have big ideas to support the big storytelling. So can be a little scary. It's like, okay, we've made these big choices. We're all the way out here. Have we broken the play? I think it's still intact. What's happening? I really need to think about my life choices now. But I think, at the end of it, we put all the pieces back together, and it's, all the pieces seem to be supporting the story.
Yeah, you guys together gave birth to this beautiful project. So thank you so much, Jen. And if people want to follow you, are you on social media, or can anybody follow you on it?
I know I can't actually remember my social media handles. I think it's I am Changinator and I am the real Changinator.
Okay, that's
on
pretty
Twitter
clever.
And then Instagram.
So cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I'm Kat with IdeateTV.